And our next show and teller is a stand-up comedian based in Nashville, Tennessee. He is a regular at the Grand Ole Opry. You have seen him on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and the whatever it is with Jimmy Kimmel. He's one of my favorite comedians, one of my favorite people, Dusty Slay. Yes, Dusty Slay. Welcome.
Thank you, Evan.
Welcome to Dusty. Welcome to Dusty Slay. Welcome to Show and Tell Dusty Slay.
I'm pumped to be here.
Very excited you're here, guys.
I've always wanted to be on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, now you are. You went from Fallon, Kimmel, Twitch.
Yeah.
Very excited you're here. For those of you guys that don't know, I don't know if I have a longer friend in comedy, being as how Dusty Slay hosted the first comedy open mic that I ever did back in many years ago in Charleston, South Carolina. I actually have a picture of us from back in the day. That's what you used to look like.
That was a better version of me. That's
what we look like now. That was recent. But that last picture, if we can throw that past picture back up.
Yeah, look at that. But that was after I quit drinking. I mean, that was, 2008, I think is when you came around, 2009.
Slicking back, looking good. And so known you a long time.
Evan calls that my Rachel Maddow look.
Yeah, yeah. Dusty was trying to look like Rachel Maddow for some reason back then, but she was the person to be then.
Yeah,
I mean she was.
That's also how I looked when I met my wife, and she tells me now she hates that look.
Yeah. Well, it was doing something at the time.
It was a good look. My dad even said to me one time when I looked like that in a room with people, he said, "Your hair looks good like that." And I got in the car. I goes, "My hair does look good." He goes, "Not like that. It doesn't." I was like, "Well, I don't even know why you said the other thing." Why live that life for 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, I feel like I've known multiple Dusty Slays. Really excited about the one sitting here with me. But I mean, I'm excited you're here on Show and Tell. I'm excited to see and hear what you brought. So we've got something on the Lazy Susan here, but I know that there's more.
Yeah.
More than what's
let's check it out.
More that meets the eye here.
A little unfold here. I don't know where our camera's at.
Look at this guy. Look at Jason right there. Yeah. Yeah.
See right there? There's a little hole right there, right here, on the right side of my chest. Well, this is a shirt I used to wear. This is not just some random shirt.
And what'd you bring in here? Did you kill a kid?
This is my shirt from when I was 5 years old. And that's not blood on there. That's probably ketchup or something. My mom kept this for a long time. She didn't keep it clean, but she kept it for a long time. That's just, I don't know what that is, but that's the hole.
So there's a hole. So tell us why there's a hole in this kid's shirt that used to be yours.
This is a story about my cousin almost getting like an involuntary manslaughter charge. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, we were playing, G.I. Joes, and my uncle had this pellet gun that was my grandfather's, old school pellet gun. Long as you kept pumping it, it would keep building up pressure. It wasn't a one pump. And my cousin had it. He was pumping it up. I'm like, "You're not supposed to have that." He's like, "It's not loaded." And then we're playing G.I. Joes at my grandmother's house. I'm He-Man, and I got a sword.
Obviously.
But I'm still, Adam at the time, right? So my cousin has this gun, and he's pumped it up a bunch of times. I mean, that thing is pumped. And I'm going to change into He-Man from Adam. I hold my sword to the sky, and I'm like, and then he shoots me right in the chest. Like, had I made the full transition, obviously it would have bounced off.
Right.
But I fell. I'm sure I let out some kind of scream. My cousin started crying, because he thinks he's just killed me in our grandmother's house.
He doesn't even come help you. He just
he's just crying. He got pretty weak pretty quick. You know what I mean? He's not good in the pocket. He basically would have left me to die he'd have been crying. But my mom came in, to save the day. And she scooped me up, and I was like, "I can't breathe." Yeah. And she was like, "All right." And she took me in the car, and we put on the hazard lights.
Was she freaking out? Or was your mom like, I've seen this?
No, well, she was freaking a bit, but she was pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, I got to get him to the hospital or his dad will be mad at me. You know what I mean?
Not like we might lose him.
No, she was scared. I won't do my mom like that.
Yeah.
She was scared. And I don't know if my grandmother was scared. She was like, I hope he just don't die here because I don't need the police around, you know. But they took me to the hospital, and then I just stayed in the hospital overnight.
Were you scared? I mean, what was going through your mind at this point?
I don't know. I don't know that I was scared. I couldn't breathe because the BB went in my chest and then through my lung and punctured my right lung and then rested in my back.
Just rested?
Just rested. And then so the doctor was like, we can leave it in there or we can take it out. He said, if it's not bothering you, then no point in cutting you open and getting it out. So my parents were like, let's just leave it. There's even a shot, I don't know if it's on the video we have, where my dad was like, if it had just come out on the other side, you'd be fine. And we're all like, I don't know. Nobody else seems to be saying that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we do have a video of you in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Like with that's also what he brought in for show and tell. You can bring in so many things. So catfish, that's actually the X-ray.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I went ahead and showed that.
Yeah,
but,
we showed the X-ray, but if we got the video...
Oh, that was a picture I sent you earlier. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it was, yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw it up, too.
So, since that X-ray is up there now, okay, well, now we'll get into this.
Let's get into this video real quick. So this is a video of young Dusty.
Well, I'm talking here. I don't know if you can hear it, but
Baby gun, and he didn't know it was loaded.
I'm a sweet kid.
It was unloaded, and he shot me.
So you're just laying in the hospital and your dad's just talking to you.
Oh, yeah, my dad had a camera, and he was gonna film people. He would film people. Even, this is what my dad would do with a video camera. He would get it on you, and then he would go, this is a moving camera. You don't have to stand still with this. Move around some. So I'm in the hospital from being shot. There's a video. I'm in a little wagon where they're about to take me to get some x-rays. And my dad's like, say something. I'm like, I'm tired. I've been shot. He's like, move around.
Yeah.
He's filming the nurses, you know.
And so your cousin at the time, did he get into any trouble?
It's hard to say. I don't know if he did. You know, it's one of those situations where he cried so much that everyone was like, oh, he's been punished enough, you know. But no, he was cool. I mean, I punished him later. I mean, later in life, he had to take a road trip with me and my mom. And I got the video of that, too. I was real annoying to him. He got it all back to him.
Yeah.
You know, I got just shot. But this x-ray.
Yeah, show us this x-ray. I know you brought it in.
So I brought this x-ray in.
Let's see if we can zoom in on that.
And the reason I brought
Jason can get in on that.
I mean, the one that they showed on the
Let's see here.
TV was honestly better than just showing you. But I want to try to show the bullet hole right here. That's the BB that's still in there. I got this x-ray when I was like 25 years old. So 20 years. Oh. So,
yeah.
So when I was like 25, so 20 years after this happened. And
It's still
I
in
went to
there.
get an MRI. And they were, or whatever the big machine is that you get in where the magnets are everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like,
That's an MRI. CAT scan? That's not a
CT
CT
scan?
I think that's your head.
MRI maybe?
Yeah, I think it's an MRI.
But they had a lot of magnets in it. And they were like, do you have any shrapnel in your body? And I was like, well, I don't know if it's shrapnel, but I do have a BB in there. And I was like, if this magnet pulls this BB out, I want to keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't carry it around for 20 years and then you go, well, we got it. It's not just any old BB anymore. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's like an antique BB.
Yeah, I mean, it's lived with me,
Yeah.
inside of me. I wanted to put it in a little necklace.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So where's that gun? Do you guys still have that gun somewhere?
I don't know. I think I should get the gun. But, you know, I was thinking about this just before coming on there. My cousin lives in my grandmother's house now. Think about had my cousin killed me, right? Because it went right here.
Yeah.
If it had gone here, it would have went into my heart. Think if he had killed me, and now he's living in that house. He's like, this is where I killed my cousin, the only other possible heir to this house.
Yeah.
I killed him in here
This
when I was
close.
like 8 years old.
I mean, this close.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that would have been a wild turnaround.
Yeah.
But I missed a few days of kindergarten because I got shot.
Did you roll into kindergarten like just picking up chicks, being like, I mean, you think Tommy's cool? Has Tommy gotten shot?
I didn't really know to use it to my advantage back then.
Yeah.
Had I gotten shot in, say, 5th grade, I definitely would have.
Yeah.
I would have been showing off the bullet hole. I'd have been taking off the patch.
So do you still have a scar?
No, it's gone now. Yes, I've been,
Like we've replaced it with some other ones.
Yeah. There's all kind of stuff going on now. But, that's, so yeah, I got shot trying to be He-Man. And that's really the whole story about that.
I appreciate that.
But I just
appreciate
like
that
to
story.
I like to think sometimes how things would be different had my cousin killed me. Do you know what I mean? Like he was very close to killing me. Like obviously it would have been different for me, but what would his life have been like?
Right.
That's the story I'd like to see. I mean, if I were to write about it, maybe we write a possible, like a butterfly effect.
Well,
type
I mean, that
movie.
is how like seasons of shows begin. Everything's fine, and then one cousin accidentally kills the other cousin, and then like 6 seasons of that person's life falling apart.
Like my cousin is a musician, but I don't know how successful he is. He was good, but it's like had he killed me, he would have been a really great musician.
Yeah.
A lot of pain.
Yeah. And a real good backstory.
Yeah.
Something we can run with on entertainment.
Yeah, where does
Tonight.
all that pain come from? Well, when I was 8 years old, I killed my cousin in my grandmother's living room. They wouldn't even let us sit on the furniture, and I'm shooting guns in there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Great.
He probably wouldn't have died had I not sat there and cried for so long. Had I ran for, that would have been his story. Had I ran for help. That's why I don't cry no more.
Yeah.
That's what he would say. His girlfriends are like, you never cry during movies. He's like, let me tell you why.
I can't anymore.
I killed my cousin
one time
when I was 8 years old, and I cried, and he died because of it. Tears can't bring people
The
back.
story of your cousin, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Dusty, I know that you've got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
People can catch you on tour. Yeah, his tour date's DustySlay.com.
Yeah.
You've got
Or bands in town. If you're into bands in town, that's really the way to go. You subscribe to the bands in town link, and then when I come to your town, it sends you an email.
We're Having a Good Time podcast.
Yeah, we're having a good time podcast.
Tons of content on your YouTube channel. What else you want to
I'm
promote?
real hot on TikTok. It's drying up, though. That well's drying up, I think. But I'm doing pretty well on there.
Yeah, are you dancing on TikTok? Is that what
Not
we can
dancing.
expect?
I just put stand-up comedy, but when I first started putting it on there, it was blowing up.
Yeah.
And now it still does good, but
Yeah.
it's like that. I'm always like, that video deserved better.
Yeah.
But that's how I've always felt. So now it's just like any other social media. Oh, my YouTube is good, though. YouTube and my podcast, Dusty Slay on YouTube.
So check him out, guys. Dusty, thank you so much for being
you.
here at
Thanks,
Show and Tell.
Great to see you.
Give me some. And, guys, we will be right back.
Don't shoot your cousin.